The cast of The Virginian, 1962 to 1971, captured the hearts of viewers with their unforgettable portrayals of life in the Old West, making the show a beloved classic that still resonates today. However, behind the scenes, the 38 iconic actors who brought these characters to life faced their own battles, with many meeting tragic ends. From sudden accidents to heartbreaking illnesses and untimely deaths, their stories are as compelling as the series itself. In this article, we take a closer look at how these stars tragically passed away, celebrating their legacies while uncovering the struggles they faced. For fans of the show and lovers of TV history, this is a bittersweet tribute to the legends of The Virginian. Lee J. Cobb, born on December 8, 1911, was a distinguished actor best known for his role as Judge Henry Garth in The Virginian, 1962. Cobb's powerful and commanding presence made him an ideal fit for portraying the authoritative figure who guided the characters at Shiloh Ranch. Cobb's career spanned several decades, and he was highly respected for his work in both film and television, with notable roles in 12 Angry Men and The Exorcist. Cobb was married to Helen Beverly, with whom he had children. While his professional life was marked by successes, his personal life was marred by a series of tragedies. One of the most painful moments for Cobb was the death of his brother, who passed away suddenly in 1973, leaving him emotionally shaken. Cobb's health also began to deteriorate in the mid-1970s. He tragically passed away from a heart attack on February 11, 1976, at the age of 64, leaving behind a legacy as one of the most respected character actors in Hollywood. His sudden death shocked the industry, and his family mourned the loss deeply. Sarah Lane, born on March 12, 1949, is best known for her role as Elizabeth Granger, the spirited and compassionate granddaughter of John Granger, on The Virginian, which she portrayed from 1966. Elizabeth brought youthful energy and a sense of adventure to the Shiloh Ranch, becoming a beloved character in the Western drama. While Sarah Lane's career did not expand far beyond this iconic role, she became an enduring symbol of innocence and charm in the series. Sarah married James C. Stroud in 1978, and together they had one daughter, Jessica. Tragically, Sarah's personal life was overshadowed by her struggle with breast cancer, which she fought with great courage. Over the years, she endured treatments, but in the end, the disease took her life. Sarah passed away on March 3, 2023, at the age of 73, leaving behind a legacy of grace both on and off the screen. Her death from breast cancer was a painful end to a life filled with both professional success and personal challenges. Doug McClure, born on May 11, 1935, was best known for his role as Trampas in the 1962 Western series The Virginian. His portrayal of the young, free-spirited cowboy made him a fan favorite, known for his charming wit and daring personality. Over his career, McClure appeared in numerous television series and films, including The Land That Time Forgot and Warlords of Atlantis, which showcased his versatility. McClure's personal life, however, was marked by some misfortunes. He was married twice, first to actress Barbara Luna and later to a woman named Tricia, with whom he had 2 children. His relationship with Luna was reportedly tumultuous, though they remained close after their divorce. His family life faced more struggles as he was diagnosed with lung cancer, a disease that would ultimately take his life on February 5, 1995, at the age of 59. His death left a lasting impact on those who knew him, especially his children and ex-wife, who were with him during his final days. Clu Granger, born on November 16, 1928, portrayed Emmett Riker, a tough and reliable deputy sheriff on The Virginian beginning in 1963. Emmett was a character driven by a deep sense of duty and honor, qualities that Granger infused into his performance. While The Virginian was a major part of his career, Clu also appeared in numerous films, such as The Killers and The Scorpion King, and was known for his strong presence in westerns and thrillers. He was married to actress Miriam Byrd Nethery from 1960 until her death in 2003, and they had 2 children. Despite his professional achievements, Clu's personal life was marred by several tragedies, including the painful loss of his wife, who succumbed to an illness after a long battle. His sorrow was compounded by the deaths of close friends in the industry. Clu continued to work and remain active in Hollywood until his later years, and he passed away peacefully on August 5, 2022, at the age of 93, due to natural causes. His death marked the end of an era for fans of Western television and film. James Drury, born on April 18, 1934, was renowned for his portrayal of the Virginian in the iconic television series The Virginian, 1962–1971. As the calm and resolute foreman of Shiloh Ranch, Drury became the epitome of the rugged, honorable Western hero. Throughout his career, Drury's portrayal of the Virginian earned him critical acclaim and made him a household name. Outside of the Virginian, Drury appeared in several other TV shows and films, often taking on roles that mirrored the stoic and moral characters he was known for. In his personal life, Drury experienced multiple marriages, his most notable being to actress and writer Crystal. They had a son, but Drury's personal life was not without turmoil. The pressures of the industry and the tragedy of losing several close friends affected him deeply. His most significant loss came with the passing of his beloved wife, Crystal, in the 1980s due to complications from cancer, which left him devastated. On April 6, 2020, Drury passed away peacefully at the age of 85 from natural causes, marking the end of an era for one of the most beloved Western stars. John McIntyre, born on June 27, 1907, portrayed Clu Granger, the experienced and steady ranch owner, on the Virginian starting in 1967. McIntyre's portrayal of Clu brought wisdom and a sense of stability to the tumultuous world of the Shiloh Ranch. Before the Virginian, McIntyre had a prolific career in both film and television, appearing in movies such as Pioneer Woman and The Big Valley. He was married to actress Janette Nolan, with whom he shared both a professional and personal life. The couple had one son, and their relationship was a testament to both love and mutual respect. Sadly, McIntyre's personal life was overshadowed by the tragic loss of his wife, who passed away from cancer in 1988, leaving him devastated. He also battled health issues, suffering from emphysema and lung cancer. John McIntyre died on January 30, 1991, at the age of 83. His death, caused by complications from the two illnesses, marked the end of a distinguished career and was a loss to both the film and television industry and his devoted fans. Ross Elliott, born on June 18, 1917, in Chicago, Illinois, is best remembered for his role as Sheriff Mark Abbott in The Virginian, 1962, where he portrayed a steadfast lawman dedicated to keeping peace in the town of Medicine Bow. His career in film and television spanned over 40 years, with appearances in both westerns and crime dramas, but it was his role as the strong, reliable sheriff that left a lasting mark. Elliott's personal life, however, was marred by struggle. He was married 3 times, but his relationships were complicated, and he faced personal demons, including bouts of depression and a turbulent marriage that ended in divorce. In the 1970s, Elliott's life took a tragic turn when his mother died in a car accident, an event that caused immense grief. His health began to decline in the late 90s, and he was diagnosed with cancer. Ross Elliott passed away on August 12, 1999, at the age of 82, after a brave battle with the illness, leaving behind a legacy of television roles but also a life tinged with sorrow. Stuart Granger, born on May 6, 1913, played the role of Colonel Allen Mackenzie, the charismatic new owner of Shiloh Ranch, in The Virginian, 1970. Granger, a prominent actor in both British and American cinema, was known for his roles in classic adventure films like King Solomon's Mines and Scaramouche. However, his personal life was fraught with tumultuous relationships. He had 3 marriages, the first of which was particularly bitter, ending in divorce after a public scandal. His second marriage to actress Jean Simmons was more stable, but the pressures of Hollywood life and long separations took their toll. Granger's third marriage, which lasted until his death, was peaceful, though he faced significant health challenges in his later years. The actor's life was marked by the death of close friends, including the passing of his co-star and longtime friend, who succumbed to a debilitating disease in the 1980s. Granger was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 1991, and after a brave battle, he succumbed to the illness. He passed away on August 16, 1993, at the age of 80. Charles Bickford, born on January 1, 1891, in Brooklyn, New York, was an accomplished actor who played John Granger, the authoritative ranch owner, in the Virginian, 1962. With a career spanning over 4 decades, Bickford became known for his commanding presence and intense roles in both film and television. He earned critical acclaim for his portrayals of hard-edged, wise characters, and his deep, gravelly voice became one of his trademarks. In his personal life, however, Bickford faced significant challenges. He was married twice, but both relationships ended in divorce, and his battle with alcoholism throughout his life often overshadowed his professional achievements. His career had its highs and lows, and in his later years, he experienced personal grief, including the death of his sister, which deeply affected him. Bickford's health deteriorated, and he passed away on November 9, 1967, at the age of 76, from pneumonia and a blood infection, a sad end for a man whose strength on screen belied the struggles he faced in his personal life. Janette Nolan, born on December 30, 1911, in Los Angeles, California, was an actress known for her nurturing role as Holly Granger in the Virginian, 1963, where she portrayed the supportive wife of Clu Granger. Over the course of her career, Nolan appeared in numerous films and television shows, often playing strong maternal figures. Off-screen, however, her life was marked by personal tragedy. Nolan's only child, a son, died in a tragic accident at a young age, which devastated her and left a permanent emotional scar. Despite her success in the entertainment industry, her marriage to fellow actor John McIntyre was filled with periods of separation due to their demanding careers. In her later years, Nolan lost several close friends from the industry, including a longtime companion who succumbed to cancer. This compounded the emotional toll she had already endured. Janette Nolan's health declined in her later years, and after suffering a stroke, she passed away on June 5, 1998, at the age of 86. Frank Sully, born on June 17, 1908, brought his charm to the screen in the role of Danny, the warm-hearted bartender in the Virginian, 1963. Known for his comic timing, Sully became a beloved character actor in both television and film, often playing supporting roles that helped elevate the central storyline. In his personal life, Sully married but faced multiple hardships. His marriage was strained by his frequent absences due to his career, and it ultimately ended in divorce. Sully struggled with financial instability in his later years, a stark contrast to his once flourishing career. His health deteriorated after he was diagnosed with a serious illness in the early 1970s, and he experienced a period of loneliness. Sully's life took another painful turn when he lost his close friend, a fellow actor, to a sudden heart attack in 1973. Frank Sully passed away on December 17, 1975, at the age of 67, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances but a life marked by personal loss. John Bryant, born on August 10, 1916, was best known for his portrayal of Dr. Spaulding in the Virginian, 1963. The role of Dr. Spaulding, a kind-hearted and skilled physician in the small town of Medicine Bow, suited Bryant's calm demeanor and compassion. Throughout his career, Bryant appeared in several other television shows, including The Big Valley and Perry Mason, though none matched the warmth and respect he garnered for his work on the Virginian. In his personal life, Bryant was married twice. He had a son, although his first marriage ended in divorce. Tragically, Bryant's life was touched by a series of personal losses, including the death of his younger brother, who passed away unexpectedly in the early 1970s. John also struggled with declining health in his later years, which took a toll on his spirits. He passed away on July 13, 1989, at the age of 72, due to natural causes, leaving behind fond memories of his gentle nature both on and off screen. L.Q. Jones, born on August 19, 1927, is most renowned for his role as Belden in The Virginian, 1963. Belden, a dependable and hard-working ranch hand, earned the respect of viewers for his loyalty. Jones' career spanned decades, marked by a variety of roles in both television and film, where he worked alongside many stars of the era. Despite his success, his personal life was marked by struggles, particularly during the transition from a steady character actor to taking on larger roles in Hollywood. Jones was married twice, but his first marriage ended in divorce, and the second was much more private. Tragedy struck when his beloved brother passed away unexpectedly in the late 1970s, an event that deeply affected him. Furthermore, Jones witnessed the decline of several close friends in the industry, including the untimely deaths of some fellow actors from the Virginian cast. L.Q. Jones passed away on July 9, 2022, at the age of 94 due to natural causes. Stuart Niven, born on January 17, 1934, was best known for his role as the bartender in The Virginian, 1962. He was a friendly, comic presence in the saloon, offering lighter moments in the otherwise intense world of Medicine Bow. Nisbet's career included work in both film and television, appearing in shows such as Bonanza and The A-Team, where his likable and approachable persona left a lasting impact. In his personal life, Stuart was married twice, but his relationships were marked by struggles, particularly with his second wife, who left him after several years of marriage. The pain of this separation weighed heavily on him, and he often spoke about the loneliness he felt as he aged. One of the greatest tragedies in Nisbet's life was the unexpected passing of his best friend and fellow actor, who died in a tragic car accident in the 1970s, a loss that haunted Stuart deeply. On June 23, 2016, Stuart Niven passed away at the age of 82 from complications related to old age, leaving behind a legacy of memorable television moments. Sam Edwards, born on May 26, 1915, was best known for his role as the hotel clerk in The Virginian, 1963. His character, always polite and attentive, ensured the comfort of visitors to the local hotel, adding a layer of charm and realism to the Western series. Sam's acting career spanned across film and television, with notable appearances in Gunsmoke, The Twilight Zone, and The Lone Ranger. Despite being a supporting actor, his performances were always memorable for their warmth and authenticity. In his personal life, Sam married Evelyn, with whom he had 2 children, a son and a daughter. While his family life seemed relatively stable, Sam experienced personal tragedies later in life, including the loss of several close friends in the industry. His health began to deteriorate as he aged, and he suffered a heart attack in his later years. Sam Edwards passed away on July 28, 2004, at the age of 89, after complications from the heart attack. His death marked the end of a long career, and he is remembered fondly by fans for his kind and enduring presence on screen. Roy Engel, born on September 13, 1913, was a familiar face in The Virginian, 1963, where he portrayed Barney Wingate, a loyal and hardworking ranch hand at Shiloh Ranch. Engel's strong work ethic in his role reflected his own dedication to the craft of acting, with a career spanning multiple decades in both film and television. He appeared in numerous TV shows, including The Twilight Zone and The Big Valley, but it was his portrayal of Barney Wingate that secured his place in Western television history. Roy's personal life, however, was marked by a difficult marriage, which ended in divorce. His family life became even more challenging when, in the late 1970s, his beloved sister, whom he had been very close to, passed away from cancer. Engel was also battling health issues, including a long struggle with diabetes, which made his final years particularly hard. On December 29, 1980, Roy Engel passed away at the age of 67 from meningitis, a devastating blow for his fans and family alike. Dennis McCarthy, born on May 20, 1920, was an actor who played the role of the editor in The Virginian, 1963, a character who embodied the sharp, investigative nature of journalism. McCarthy was often cast in roles that called for him to portray grounded, serious characters. Although his career was relatively brief, he made a lasting impact through his appearances in both television and film. McCarthy's personal life, however, was filled with tragedy. He was married to his high school sweetheart, with whom he had 2 children, but their relationship was strained by the pressures of his career and the trauma of an early, painful divorce. McCarthy also faced a deep personal loss when his closest friend from childhood, a fellow actor, was killed in a car accident. The devastating event took a toll on McCarthy's mental health. On September 28, 1977, McCarthy tragically became one of the victims of the Long Island Railroad shooting, a senseless tragedy that ended his life at the young age of 57. Russell Thorson, born on October 14, 1906, portrayed Sheriff Stan Evans in The Virginian starting in 1962. Known for his no-nonsense attitude and sense of justice, Sheriff Evans became one of the most respected characters in The Virginian, always striving to maintain peace in the town of Medicine Bow. Russell Thorson's career spanned multiple decades, with roles in westerns like The Big Valley and Bonanza, solidifying him as a staple of the genre. Russell was married to actress Phyllis Stanfield, and together they had a daughter. Their marriage seemed to be a happy one, but the sudden death of Phyllis in the 1970s left Russell heartbroken. His personal life took a dark turn as he struggled to cope with the loss. In his later years, he also faced serious health issues, including heart disease, which affected his ability to continue working. Russell passed away on July 6, 1982, at the age of 75, from complications related to heart disease. His death marked the loss of a veteran actor who was beloved for his portrayal of justice and integrity on screen. Ed Prentice, born on September 9, 1908, portrayed Carl Jensen, a calm and wise character in The Virginian, 1962. With a career that spanned across films and television, Prentice was known for his dignified presence and ability to bring depth to every role. He worked alongside many of the greats during his time in Hollywood, including some unforgettable performances in westerns. In his personal life, Ed Prentice was married twice, and his second marriage to actress Janette Nolan was one of stability, though it was not without its own difficulties. Tragically, Prentice suffered the heartbreak of losing his beloved sister to cancer, an event that left him reeling for years. He also faced financial hardship after the collapse of several investments, which left him feeling insecure. Despite these trials, Prentice continued to work until his death. He passed away peacefully on March 19, 1992, at the age of 83, leaving behind a legacy of wise and authoritative roles in both film and television. Lou Brown, born on March 18, 1925, was known for his portrayal of Dink in The Virginian, 1962, a light-hearted and somewhat quirky character who brought humor to the show. Lou's career spanned television and film, with appearances in The Munsters, The Twilight Zone, and Gilligan's Island. He became recognized for his ability to bring comedic relief to any role, earning him a place in the hearts of viewers. Lou was married to Shirley, and together they had 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter. His family life, though filled with joy, was marred by the tragic loss of his son, Mark, in a car accident in 1993. The grief from this loss affected Lou deeply, and he struggled with it for years. Lou's health began to decline in his later years, and he passed away on July 27, 2014, at the age of 89. Despite his comedic roles, Lou's life was marked by profound personal sadness, and his son's untimely death was a tragedy he never fully recovered from. His death was a somber reminder of how personal pain can affect even the most joyful of public personas. Myron Healey, born on June 8, 1923, is best remembered for his portrayal of the second drifter in The Virginian, 1963, a role that showcased his talent for playing mysterious, unpredictable characters. His acting career spanned across television and film, often casting him as a villain or a morally ambiguous character, especially in westerns and crime dramas. Myron married twice, but his relationships were marred by personal struggles. His first marriage ended in divorce, while his second marriage lasted longer but was strained by his demanding career and frequent relocations for work. He had 2 children, one of whom tragically died in a car accident in 1985, a loss that devastated him. Later in life, Healey battled health problems, including emphysema, largely due to his years of smoking. Despite his declining health, he continued to act in smaller roles until his passing. Myron Healey died on December 21, 2005, at the age of 82 from respiratory failure, a consequence of his long-term health issues. Stephen Coit, born on October 27, 1920, was known for his reliable and methodical portrayal of the station master in the Virginian, 1963. Coit's career included a mix of theater and television work, but his most notable roles were in westerns, where his ability to play steadfast, supportive characters made him a memorable presence. Coit's personal life was marked by both success and hardship. He married his college sweetheart, and they had 2 children together. However, the demands of his career led to a strained marriage, and they divorced in the late 1970s. His health began to decline in the later years, and the loss of a close friend and collaborator in 1982, who passed away from cancer, had a profound effect on him. As his health worsened, Coit became more withdrawn and reclusive. He struggled with heart disease in his final years, eventually passing away on January 21, 2005, at the age of 84, after a lengthy battle with his health. Bing Russell, born on May 5, 1926, is best known for his role as Donovan in the Virginian, 1962, where he portrayed a rugged and strong-willed character. Russell's career in Hollywood spanned over 5 decades, and he became a familiar face on both the small and big screens, particularly in westerns. He was married to his wife, Louise, for over 50 years, and together they had 3 children, including actor Kurt Russell. Bing's family life was one of love and support, but it wasn't free from struggles. Bing and Louise both faced the emotional toll of watching their son Kurt deal with the pressure of growing up in the spotlight. The Russell family was also devastated when a close friend and colleague, actor Steve McQueen, tragically passed away from cancer. The loss of McQueen deeply affected Bing, who was unable to shake the grief. Russell's own battle with cancer led to his death on April 8, 2003, at the age of 76, after a prolonged struggle with complications from the disease. Greg Palmer, born on January 25, 1927, brought a strong, dependable presence to his role as the first cowhand in the Virginian, 1964. Known for his roles in a wide range of westerns and action films, Palmer's sturdy persona made him a staple of the genre. Off-screen, Palmer led a more private life. He was married to June Palmer for over 50 years, and they had 3 children together. One of his children followed his path into acting, but unfortunately, Palmer's personal life wasn't without pain. His brother, an actor as well, tragically passed away in 1974 from a heart attack, a loss that weighed heavily on Palmer. Additionally, his career was impacted by the decline of Western films in the 1970s, leading to financial struggles. He later faced a diagnosis of prostate cancer, which he fought bravely for several years. Greg Palmer passed away on October 31, 2015, at the age of 88, after a long battle with the illness, leaving behind a legacy of classic Western performances. Leonard P. Gear, born on May 9, 1914, played the first outlaw in the Virginian, 1962, known for his rough and intimidating appearance. Gear, also an accomplished stuntman, had an extensive career in television and film, making appearances in Bonanza and The Rifleman. He enjoyed the thrill of action roles but struggled to gain recognition as a leading actor. His personal life was marked by hardship. He was married twice, and both marriages ended in divorce due to his struggle with alcoholism and the toll his career took on his relationships. In the 1970s, Gear lost his best friend and fellow actor in a tragic car accident, which left him devastated. His health deteriorated in the 1980s, leading to a battle with heart failure. Leonard P. Gear passed away on January 9, 1989, at the age of 74, after a prolonged battle with heart failure, a quiet end to a life full of both action and sorrow. Walter Wolfe King, born on November 2, 1899, portrayed the authoritative judge in The Virginian, 1963. King was known for his powerful presence, not just on screen but also in theater and film, where his deep voice and commanding demeanor made him a sought-after character actor. He had a steady career, appearing in over 100 films and TV series, including notable roles in The Big Valley and Perry Mason. King was married twice and had 2 children, a son and a daughter. However, his second marriage ended in divorce after a turbulent period marked by infidelity and long separations. King's life was also touched by a series of personal tragedies, including the death of his younger brother, who succumbed to a heart attack in the early 1970s. His health began to decline as well, and in his later years, he struggled with depression. Walter Wolfe King passed away on October 24, 1984, at the age of 84 from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy of strong, memorable characters. Norman Levitt, born on December 1, 1913, portrayed the friendly and helpful storekeeper in The Virginian, 1964. Levitt's career spanned decades, and he was well known for his roles in westerns and dramas. With appearances in The Lone Ranger and The Big Valley, he had a reputation for bringing warmth and kindness to his roles. Levitt was married twice, with his second marriage lasting for over 30 years, though his wife tragically passed away in the 1990s. He never remarried, and the loss of his partner deeply affected him. In addition to personal struggles, Levitt faced the heartbreak of losing his only child to a long illness, which greatly diminished his joy in life. In his later years, Norman was diagnosed with dementia, which left him increasingly unable to care for himself. He passed away on December 11, 2005, at the age of 92, due to dehydration and complications from dementia, leaving a quiet mark on the entertainment world through his numerous supporting roles. Don Wilbanks, born on October 4, 1926, portrayed Appleby in The Virginian, 1963, a character known for his cunning and tricky ways. Wilbanks was well regarded for his roles in Western television shows, including Gunsmoke in The Big Valley. He also had a successful career as a character actor in film, often cast in roles requiring quick wit or deceptive charm. In his personal life, Wilbanks was married 3 times and had 1 child, a daughter. His marriages were often strained, with his third wife leaving him after years of emotional conflict and financial strain. A major tragedy in his life was the sudden death of his younger brother in a workplace accident, an event that haunted Wilbanks for years. He struggled with mental health issues after this loss, as well as with health problems that included a stroke. Don Wilbanks passed away on July 26, 2013, at the age of 86, from complications related to old age, after living through many years of personal hardship. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in The Virginian, and who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.